Hello, hi there. And thank you for that thumbs up, whoever that was. I appreciate you. Hey, Stefan. Hey, Stefan. Stefan, did you get my message? I think you came on one of my shorts, and I left you a message. Under there, I said that instead of a walk and talk one day this week, we'll do the country wine. Cause by the time I get off of here, like I get home, I eat I eat something light. I take a shower, I eat something light, and then next thing you know, my phone is either ringing, like even before I'm done with that. Especially with the time change, it's so late, so quick. I it was like 10 o'clock the other night, and I started to go live, but I wasn't sure if you would be awake. So what I decided is that depending on I tried to get a little bit earlier today, so hopefully I will be done walking by 7 and get a shower and everything by 8. But if not, if I don't, then I just decided if I can't do it today after the walk and talk, we'll just do that instead. Because we've been walking and talking all the time, so we'll just do that instead. Like tomorrow when I get off, instead of walking and talking, we can just do the country Wayne thing. And if it's still daylight, I'll walk after. How does that sound? Is that okay? Are you busy tomorrow? That's what I'm thinking I want to do. When I get off work, I want to just do it. Come home, eat, shower, instead of going walking. Just go ahead and eat, shower, and then do our live. And then I'll go walking. Because I walk at night too. So I walk at night too. So even if if I feel up to it, I'll do it after the live that we do. So let me know how that sounds to you. And if not tomorrow, let me know what day, like Thursday or Friday. And instead of doing the walk and talk that day, we can do that video, we can do that live that day. Because every time I get off here, I either get to doing something I gotta finish to doing, or someone calls, and you know what that means. When they call, you gotta move. A friend of mine wasn't feeling good yesterday. I think was it yesterday? Sunday. A friend of mine wasn't feeling good Sunday, and so as soon as I got done walking, I didn't even go home. I took them some medicine. Thank you guys for those 2 thumbs up. Thank you for those who were in the chat. I appreciate you. It's Tasty Tuesday. What's your taste? What's your taste? We can talk about food. We can talk about Taco Tuesday. We can talk about Temptation Tuesday. What tempts you the most? Right? You're tasting cars. You're tasting women. You're tasting men. You're tasting desserts. You're tasting shopping. You're tasting whatever. It's Tasty Tuesday. Doesn't always have to mean eating. Okay? I let you know I was going to take a break from. You know me. I know, bro, but look, sometimes you got to get them. And I said, instead of me so I won't have to keep putting it off, because you know how it is when you plan to do something. So what I did was, yesterday, I saved a few clips, because they let you play a few clips, but you got to be careful with the clips that you play, how long you play them, and making sure you're doing commentary over them. So I just saved a few clips, about 4. And I already put them in the StreamYard. So I was doing something, Stefan. I was doing something. We just didn't go live yet. So just let me know. And I'll keep those clips saved in the StreamYard. And whatever day is good for you, let me know like a day or 2 before which one it is. And instead of the walk and talk, we'll just do that. Yeah, instead of the walk and talk, we'll just do that. Because I'm faithful about my walk and talking. So doing stuff when I get off, I get a little, I make the plan, but I might not do it. And sometimes I just do an impromptu, like a spur of the moment live at night. So that's usually how my night lives go now. They're usually kind of impromptu, kind of spur of the moment. So since we've been trying to get this one, I'll make sure that we just do it during the walk and talk. So we're gonna walk mentally, but we're gonna talk some country Wayne's word. So yes, I already got the clips. You know, I got clips that kind of based on what's going on right now. I think you know what? I think I got clips based on what's going on with my sister Sonny and J-Mo. So I got like, about 4 clips. And the clips are easy, just pop them up. Talk over them while they're up there. Because again, a lot of people do commentary on his skits. But I don't know if they've had any problems or issues with copyright. So we're just going to try and do it the way the Copyright 107 says. We're going to try to do it for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only, okay? And then we're going to try to make sure we don't hold them up there too long. We're just going to hold them up there for like a couple of seconds and drop them down. Because I don't want no problems, okay? I don't want no problems. Happy Tuesday to each and every person who comes through this live. Whether you touch down and say hello or whether you just watch, I appreciate you. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the subscribers, okay? The content creators who are also subscribers. And of course, my beautiful and my handsome moderators, okay? And YouTube, I appreciate you. Now that's one thing that I'm glad is rubbing off. People are saying they appreciate you too. Because look, it's free. It's free. And it's an opportunity to give people, it gives people an opportunity to network, to make a few coins. And baby, when it comes to making those coins, people will do anything, okay? People will do anything. The morals go out the door. The ethics go out the door. The bro codes and sister codes go out the door. It's all about that little, hopefully getting $100 or $200 check. Ain't that sad? Sonny just hit. Woo! Look, I saw the preview. I was at work. I saw the thumbnail that Jocelyn was letting her know what was up. Sonny just hit. Can you just cuss real? So what did Sonny say? What happened? What happened, Stephon? What did Sonny say? And what did Jocelyn tell her? How did Jocelyn find out? See, now I need to know how, because Jocelyn doesn't Liz anyway. Jocelyn really doesn't like Liz. But she really hasn't said anything negative about her or whatever, but she just kind of gives her the looks and stuff. And she talks to Sonny, like, who is this chick? But what did she do? Like, what did she tell Sonny to make Sonny feel like, oh, I gotta check her? Yeah, look at the legs move. Watch the legs move, okay? We have focused on these legs moving for like 3 years, okay? Walking and talking, not just because it's cute, not just because it rhymes, but because there are a plethora of reasons behind the reason I walk and talk. Me, okay? So professional, personalized disclaimer. Do not do anything you see me do or hear me say over here in Lion's Pride on my live videos, or my shorts. If you do, you do so at your own risk, okay? All right, now there's some things that I did. I know people ain't gonna do. Okay. And it's sad they have to do that. But hey, people want to be like parents. What about me? Say every little thing I say. Anywho, anyway, anyhow. Creativity is a motherfucker. Okay? Look, y'all. Don't do anything I say or do without first. If you do, you do so at your own risk, first of all. Okay? I'll say that's first A. First B. No, I switched that. First A, you need to contact your primary healthcare providers. Your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, your specialty doctors, your psychiatrist, okay? Your psychologist, right? Your physical therapist, your occupational therapist, if you've had injuries in the past. Your nutritionist, your dietitian. I just named 10 people, okay? You can have any one or a combination of those as your healthcare team, right? Your fitness coach, your personal trainer, your motivational coach, because it's clear that a lot of people need motivation. Motivation know that you are your biggest motivator, your biggest cheerleader. Okay? You are your support system. So whatever you see me do or hear me say, make sure you research it. And anything else that you hear somebody say or do, because those of us who are in certain fields, we have to continue education. Because the information changes, right? This kind of the state that I'm in here right now, I don't even know if we'll be updated on information. And a lot of us work, and we have to be updated in certain, just like Annie was talking about the other day, she has to be updated on some things when it comes to finances. You have to get re-educated. And not so much as re-educated, but continuing education, because education changes, right? The information changes. What may have been good last week may not be good this week. What may have been good for years before. It could still be good, but there may be some minor changes, okay? Some things that they thought weren't so good may be okay today. So always consult somebody, and then don't be listening to people who tell you they don't like to go to the doctor. Don't listen to those people, all right? Because if they don't like to go to the doctor, how are they going to encourage somebody else to talk with their doctors? Right? Because a lot of them, now there's a difference in not liking going to the doctor and not going to the doctor. I have heard people actually say they don't go to the doctor, right? And I know that there are various reasons why. There's trust issues, financial issues, right? Certain beliefs. But if you have certain beliefs about going to the doctor, then I don't know if I can trust what you tell me about health and fitness. All right? Even if it is just for you. Right? Some things work for some things work for others. There's no one be all for each and every single individual. Things work differently for different people. So we drop nuggets over here in Lions Pride. That's what we do. We drop nuggets. We drop those nuggets, right? And hopefully you can use those nuggets to help yourself, motivate yourself, but also use your own nuggets. All of us are adults. We've been here a while, right? Use some of the nuggets that you have acquired on your own. Listen to your body. Know what works for you. Let's see, Mike, if you want to tonight, we do it. Tonight, I don't know, because I'm walking today, so I want to do it on a day I'm not doing a walk and talk. Because when I plan to do it, like when I'm walking, I end up getting home. Especially now, I would think it would be better now because it's so much, it's daylight longer. But the past few days, or like the past week, I've been noticing when I get to the house, next thing you know, like I usually, if I eat heavy, it's before I walk. But sometimes if I miss that meal, I'll eat a light meal after. And by the time I'm ready, it's like 10 o'clock. So is 10 o'clock too late? Is 10 o'clock too late? If not, because what time is it now? 6:32. So by the time I get my butt to the house and shower, because we've been on for 17 minutes. And of course, you guys know I always encourage an hour of power, because we want to make sure that what we're doing is successful. We want to make sure that what we're doing is even worth it, okay? So we get this hour in, and it'll be another 45 minutes. It'll be what, 7:15 or so. So by the time I get in, eat, get a shower, eat, it might be like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So about 9 o'clock, if I can tonight, it'll be around 9 or 10, Stefan. So I'll just go live. But I would really prefer to just not do a walk and talk one day and do it that day. So that's why I was saying, like tomorrow, instead of me walking and talking, we could just do that. Or Thursday, or Friday. Instead of me walking and talking, we could do that. Because, as long as we get this walking and talking in 5, 6, 7 days a week, we can take a break and do something else, have some fun. Have some fun with some commentary. we do that. Okay, so yeah, instead of me walking and talking, so just let me know because I'm on days this week. So it can be tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday. Tomorrow or Thursday will be real good. And that way I can just go ahead, we get that done and I get back to my walking and talking. But I really want to do it. So that's why I said we can just, instead of me walking and talking one day, because I miss a day sometimes anyway during the week. I can miss that day and do that. We can do that. Okay, around, what time is it? What time is it? I just looked at the time. It's like 6:30. I say I'm debating between 8 and 9. Is 9 too late? I think like 8 o'clock would be better. Like 8 o'clock. Tomorrow or Thursday at 8 o'clock. So 9 is not, okay, what about, you said no, I think you mean no, 9 is not too late. What about 8 o'clock 8 o'clock. That'll be good timing. It's good tomorrow at 8. Okay, tomorrow at 8. So instead of walking and talking, we'll do that tomorrow. Then we'll get back into the walking in and talking on Thursday. Okay? So tomorrow about 8 o'clock. Like I said, I already got we didn't go live, but I did get me a couple of clips. And then if I'm able to, I might pull another clip or two while we're live, or I might do so tonight. But if not, we at least have like 4. Just show some clips and let them know what we're talking about. I didn't put the names or anything like that, and we won't show them long. So, because it's been a long time since I did a live and talked about something. A lot of times back in the day, I would do a live and talk about something in the news, or like I did a live talking about. You remember when Will Smith slapped Chris Brown? I mean, not Chris Brown. Ooh, woo! If he had slapped Chris Brown, baby, they would have tore the stage up. But not Chris Brown. What's his name? Why I can't think of his name? Chris, the one that did Everybody Hates Chris. What's his last name? Definitely not Chris Tucker, because if he had slapped Chris Brown or Chris Tucker, it would have been a whole different outcome. Chris Rock. That's why I couldn't think of his name. So we talked about that one time. We did commentary on that. And you had to be real careful with that, because that was a clip from the Oscars or whatever. So we did that. So yeah, we used to talk about some stuff in the news, and we would just kind of share the screen and show a little bit. But I hadn't done that in so long. That's why I was telling you I have to check screen. I don't even remember some of the stuff that. It's funny how once they started encouraging us to just use the app, I stopped using StreamYard so much. And so it's like one night, not too long ago, a couple of months ago, I had to get on there and kind of start tapping on stuff and trying to practice. I did like a practice live, trying to figure stuff out. Because it's kind of cut and dry. It's kind of simple, but they did have a few changes. And they have a few more things on there that you can use as far as your backgrounds and stuff like that. Your layouts, your scenes and things like that. But I'm going to try to just keep it simple. Use the clips that I put in. And we're just going to talk about it. We're just going to talk about it. Move. Keep moving. Move consistently. And be persistent about being consistent. Okay? And walking is to be crazy. You can do your job. You can skip. You can run. You can hike. You can go skiing. The first 5 are free. Okay? You may have to pay a little bit if you want to go skiing. But you can go skating, you can dance around your home, you can get up and dance in the den in the living room, you can walk around the biggest room of your house, right? Or you can walk around several rooms of your home and get your steps in, 10,000 steps at least for me, okay? 10,000 steps at least for me. That's what we do, that's how we roll. But they have changed that. And so that's what I say, you have to, listen to people if you would like, but also make sure that you do your research. Because even disclaimer or whatever, but you're not going to be held accountable ethically or morally, okay? You're not going to be held accountable. But those of us who are in the field of health and fitness, we will. And we just don't feel right. So sometimes I'll even say, if I put something down, I say check that to be for sure, right? Because again, there is this thing that's called continuing education, because things change. And we have to really we have to get that education every 2 years or so, because things change. Sometimes, every now and again, things will stay the same for a little while, and that's great. But again, something that you used to do last week, certain organizations, health organizations, licensing boards, certification boards, registration boards are saying not to do that anymore. And some of us, sometimes it takes a minute to get across the United States. So I may be telling you to do something that somebody else is doing that we're not supposed to do anymore, right? And especially if you have joint issues. Why are you out in bad weather when you have joint issues? Like, I always wonder that. If you have joint issues, why go out into... There are things called triggers. Stress is the number one trigger. I sometimes go on Here for the Tea. You do? I hadn't seen Here for the Tea. I saw her one night, and I was getting in bed, so I didn't get to watch it. But is she going live again? Like, kind of regularly? Yeah, it's wearing the strong stuff on. I think it was a little bit stronger yesterday, but it's picking up. It is picking up. That wind make you get it in, okay? It's picking up, it's picking up, it's picking up. So I just told y'all some things you can do, but we're going to keep on. Maybe I told you, right? I said walking, running, driving, hopping, skiing, hiking, whatever you want to call it. Dancing. Get up and dance for 30 minutes straight. I always prefer an hour, but hey, when you're trying to get the minimum, do what you do. And if your fitness level won't allow that, that's fine, as long as you have moved. Keep moving. Even if you just have to keep moving for 15 minutes, and that's what your routine is, okay? But just keep moving consistently and be persistent about it, all right? Get on your bike, your stationary bike. Get on your bike and ride around the neighborhood. Get on your skates and go skating. Make sure you put on those knee pads, those elbow pads, and if you need to, put on those shoulder pads and those hip pads, okay? All right? All right, don't get out there trying to show out. Because I say all the time, I see it's getting a little catchy. You can't compete where you don't compare. You don't know what your next YouTuber has done. You don't know what type of sport they've done. You don't know if they were a track star, a runner, maybe not even a track star, but just an athlete, a runner, football player, basketball player, soccer player, softball player, baseball player, gymnast, cheerleader, in the band. You just don't know. And you're out here trying to compete where you don't compare at that ripe age, okay? Heck, you don't even need to be trying to compete when you're a kid. You either have the abilities or you don't. Now, if you don't, you can acquire them. Some kids. But sometimes everybody's not meant to be that basketball star, football star, soccer star, volleyball star, baseball star, softball star. You just got to do what you do, okay? So there are so many ways besides walking, right? And remember, you should only be in competition with the person that you were the day before, the week before, the month before, the year before. Because that's truly the only person you can compare with. Okay? That's truly the only person that you can compare with. And be successful anyway. You will never be able to compare. Even if you can do more than somebody else. Some people are so headstrong on trying to compete with somebody. Sometimes they don't even realize that they can even do more than that person. Because they're so busy trying to keep up and compete with the next person. Be your own motivation. Be your own pusher, okay? Be your pusher. Be your own pusher. Be your own encourager. Don't let another adult be your motivator. If they do, that's fine. But sometimes some people just don't know the limits. Next thing you know, you can look up and see a clone of yourself. Or a wannabe. Anyway, so be your own. That's when you start trying to do any and everything that somebody else does, that's when you put yourself at an increased risk for injury. Increased risk for injury. And you don't want to do that. So you know your fitness level, your healthcare team knows your fitness level. Keep the lines of communication between you and each member of your healthcare team open, whether it's one or several. Keep the lines of communication open, and you make sure that if you do have more than one provider, that they keep the lines of communication open between each other. One may say it's okay for you to do something, and one may say no, right? Move those joints, move those joints. But if you go to your specialty doctor and they say do it this way compared to your regular doctor saying do it another way, listen to your specialty doctor. They specialize, okay? Your synovial cavities create synovial fluid. That synovial fluid lubricates your joints, okay? And the more you move, the more you create. Now somebody's gonna simplify that, I hope, because I've already seen a couple do it. But anywho, the more synovial fluid you create, the more you move, the more synovial fluid you create. But some people have certain issues where they don't create as much synovial fluid. That's okay. That's okay. As long as you're doing it the right way, your body will still create some. Okay? Your body will still create some. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. Stefan says, yes, blowing real strong. Can't hear you. Can't hear me when it's blowing. I know, Stefan, I hate that. I hate that. I said that yesterday. Like, you got to talk loud, okay? And so we're going to walk and talk. We're going to talk about the benefits of walking and talking loud. Use those lungs, okay? Use those lungs. Because when you walk and talk and that wind is blowing, it's so annoying to me to hear that wind knocking against the microphone of your phone. So sometimes I try to just wait until it calms a little bit. But sometimes you're just in the, you're mid-thought. You're trying to get something out. Shoot. And you can't get it out. Well, you're getting it out, but then the wind is blocking it. So that's the only thing, that kind of interferes with your live video. Is when that wind is blowing so hard. It was blowing so hard yesterday. But you know what? It blows hard, but it feels good. It blows hard, and it feels good. Sometimes when I start out, I have the phone muted. Because you don't want people to leave when they hear that wind. Because I ain't gonna lie to you. When that wind starts blowing like that, it makes you want to leave. Hey, Beetle. How long? Probably stopping in and say hi and hit that. Thank you, Beetle. Thank you for that thumbs up. Thank you for the heart emoji. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I hope you've been having a great week so far. Each and every one of you guys. You, Stefan, Beetle. I hope that you guys are having a great week. Can you hear me good now? Because I'm trying to walk against the building. I'm trying to walk against the building. That seems to help a lot. Nugget for those that are going to listen to the replay, because I promise you they will. Walk against that building to kind of help you out. Thank you so much, Beetle. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Stefan. You guys know how long has it been? 32 minutes? We got, 28 minutes to go? We got 28 minutes to go. What's going on, James Money 615? Sounds better. Thank you, Beetle. It's like you can't put your microphone on because it's already knocking against the phone microphone. So if I put a microphone on, it's going to be worse. It's going to be even louder. So when that wind is blowing, yes, it makes it hard to be heard. But y'all know the routine over here, right? Stretch before and after. And if you need to stretch during your routine, during your workout, okay? Y'all know I'm just saying the same thing, because over here, we just talk about health and fitness and the things that we need to do, to allow us to prosper physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. The physical things that we need to do with our bodies. Welcome, James Money 615. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tasty Tuesday. And again, taste can mean anything from what you eat to what you like in life. What's your taste when it comes to vacationing? Do you like going to nice warm places when you take a vacation? Do you like going to cold places when you vacation? Do you like southern areas, northern areas, eastern areas, western areas? What do you like when you're vacationing? So taste doesn't just mean food, even though y'all know we talk about food over here. We don't talk much about food, but we talk about what's the biggest topic? What y'all eat? What y'all eating today? That's it. What y'all eating today? And remember, over here is M&M. modification and moderation. Modify those exercises, modify many of the things that you do in life if you need to. So we're going to get back against the building, okay? Okay, Stefan, get some rest, take you a nap, get some rest. I'll be on here for another 20, 25 and a half minutes or so, says the counter. So get you a nap, get you some rest on this tasteful Tuesday. Tasty, tasteful, taco, terrific, tempting Tuesday. Okay, y'all know I be nosy. And thank you for joining the live. And tomorrow at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So if I do walk and talk tomorrow, it'll be right after work so that I can make sure. But I'm just gonna plan to just do that. We're just gonna plan to go live and have the discussion. So whoever comes into this live, just we walking and talking. We walk and talk over here in Live Scribe. We drop nuggets. I drop nuggets from time to time. The chat drops nuggets from time to time. And we want you to take those nuggets and research those nuggets. Research. Okay? Do research. Just don't listen to what someone says. Right? Because we got a lot of people on here saying they have certain credentials in their line. Alright? But then those of us who do, we want to make sure that anything that you see us do or hear us say, you do so at your own risk, okay? You do so at your own risk. Because you should what? Talk to your primary healthcare team. And I've named at least 10 people that can involve. We're going to go over them one more time. Your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, right? If you've had injuries in the past, your physical therapist, your occupational therapist. If you have certain issues, your specialty doctors, right? Your psychologist, your psychiatrist even, okay? Your nutritionist, your dietitian. Because for many people, half of it is in the diet. Half of the control is in the diet, right? And even just your nurse, your regular good nurse, okay? You got a family member that's a nurse? Ask them what do they suggest, you know? Ask them, tell them some things you want to talk about when you go to your doctor, and they can maybe open your eyes to some things that you haven't decided to ask about. Yep, they can. They can. And remember, walking, jogging, running, skipping, hopping, marching, walking in place. Shout out to Rock Just Living, because see, I give credit where credit is due. She told us that, and we hadn't even thought about it, right? But we talked about dancing. We talked about dancing as you clean up. You know, yeah, you're cleaning up, but dance. Put a little jiggle in the wiggle when you clean up, okay? Put a little jiggle in the wiggle when you clean up. Because cleaning up is movement, but put a little jiggle in the wiggle. Hiking, skiing, your stationary bike. Get on your bike and ride outside. Up and down the street, around the block, somewhere throughout your neighborhood. Go to the park, all right? Put on those shoulder pads, remember? If you need shoulder pads, put on shoulder pads, elbow pads, knee pads, hip pads, whatever you need to put on. And if you're out at night, make sure that you have your reflectors. Make sure that your bicycle has reflectors. Make sure that you wear neon clothing, because safety is first, right? Safety first. Remember, safety first. Always what? Before and after? Stretch. You want to stretch before. Think of the word radar. You want to stretch. That's the R, right? You want to warm up. That's A. You do your workout. That's D. You cool down, that's A, and you stretch again, that's that last R. And during that D, the workout, at any given time, if those joints start to kind of tighten up, those muscles tighten up, you feel that crepitus in those joints, they're popping, get you some more stretching in, even during the middle, okay? When you feel that crepitus, that popping that you hear, when you get up, y'all know what I'm talking about. Even some young people here. Now, it's natural, because what that popping is your joints are releasing gas, okay? Your joints are releasing gas. Yeah, kind of like when you kind of pass it, okay? Your joints are releasing gas. So, when you hear that crepitus, sometimes when you have joint issues, you have a lot of gas in those joints, right? You have a lot. And sometimes it could be those joints scrubbing against each other. That's why I really don't understand when people go out into the things that trigger their joint issues. Cold, rain, Stop trying to compete where you don't compare, or stop trying it with other people, or stop trying to do things because you feel like, oh, well, if I can do that, I'm getting better. You may feel better now. The more you do, the better you will feel. But if you have certain issues, remember what your granny used to tell you. You remember what your parents used to tell you. It'll catch up with you, okay? Don't be out there in that weather, rain. I don't care if it's hot outside. Rain, snow, ice, cold, and you have joint issues. Yes, it'll make you feel better, but it still it wears, and those triggers as well. Those are triggers. And so you might not feel it then, but you're gonna feel it later. Your later may be later that night, it may be later that day, it may be later that week, it may be later in a few months. So try your best to keep those joints as warm and lubricated as possible, right? And thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. We had Jess Beetle come through here, Stephon James, 2615. Thank God for the return of my regular chat. Thank God for the return of my regular chat. So enjoying it, because we're not in this thing for making money. People will do anything for money. What people do for coins. And coins add up. But a lot of times it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. I don't know. They say that a lot of times their goal is just to be monetized. But sometimes I think that their goal is to just not work. And think that if they can smooch here and smooch there and grab a little bit from here and grab a little bit from there, that they'll just pop off and won't have to work. And if that happens, that's a great thing. But be careful about the way you handle yourself. Be careful about the way you get a little bit from here and get a little bit from there and think that people aren't paying attention. We all get a little bit from each other. But of course, one of my favorite words is creativity. You got a million people walking, but be creative. You got a million people cooking, but be creative. I bet if you watch cooking channels, you don't like all cooking channels. You don't watch all cooking channels. Some of them, as soon as you start to look, you're like, okay, you'll give it a chance, you like it, but you never go back. Some of them, you hate when you miss an upload. You hate it when you miss an upload because they're creative. There's something about them that's different from the others. Now, they may have something similar to another person, but that you like, but it's still something about those two that make them different. It's like grown women can't realize that. That the more creative, the better you are. You can do the same thing, but the creativity in doing it different is what's key. It's just like you walking and talking. You can walk and talk, but the way that you do it, it's different. And it doesn't take a lot. That's what's so crazy to me. It doesn't take a lot of creativity. It doesn't. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So it really shows you who has a lack of or who's just lazy and just wanting to smooch off someone else. Can y'all hear the birds? Can y'all hear the birds? Listen to them. Hey, Annie. Hey, Annie. I just said, I so enjoy having my regular old chat back in here. Stephon, Just Beetle is kind of new, but Just Beetle has been here a while. And of course, the beautiful Miss Annie. Thank you for coming into the chat. Shawanda, I haven't seen Shawanda yet. Annie says, hello, Lions Pride in chat. Hello, Annie. We got Stephon taking a nap. Me and Stephon around 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. We're going to do it live. He's going to come on the panel. And we're going to talk about, I guess, Country Wayne skits. Because we be over there watching him. We be over there watching those skits, and we really enjoy them. And then it's something that, that's kind of light and funny, but also touches on issues with relationships, relationships, friendships, and just day-to-day life, things people are going through, like unemployment, finding ways to make money, and all that kind of stuff. Unemployment, employment, finding other ways to make money, but they do it in a skit platform, and so it makes it fun. And it's just like watching a mini soap opera. Gives you something to talk about and something to look forward to in the next skit. So thank you, Annie, for coming in. We've been on here for like 44 minutes. I think I got 16 minutes to go. 16 minutes to go, and we will have done our hour for the evening. Because I encourage anybody, get up and do an hour. Okay? If you're going to walk briskly and walk with purpose. But sometimes you need to just walk. Some people are trying to walk and talk, and if they listen to the replay or if they listen to themselves, just walk, okay? Just walk, because you're going to get a little winded. All right? But if it's sounding a little wild, maybe you need to just walk for a while and work up to the talking. The most important component is the walking, because you're moving, you're fluid, right? You're keeping that fluid going. You're helping your heart and your lungs. Cardiovascular aerobic activity. The heart is the strongest muscle, the most important muscle in your body. It pumps that blood through your circulatory system. It helps the lymphatic system to push that lymph through to help with that immune system, right? And every vessel that you have has small valves that kind of help push that blood, the lymph, and your fluids through. So movement is key. Movement is crucial. The movement is what's most important. On the train going home, I am listening. Thank you, Annie. Annie, you know what? I almost forgot about the train ride. I almost forgot about your train rides. Be safe, Annie. Be safe. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Make it home safe. Enjoy the train ride. That's what a train ride sounds like, something that's enjoyable. Like to ride the train. I have family that they live in places where they have to ride the train. And sometimes I guess it depends on where they are, what system. They can't stand it. And sometimes they really enjoy it. They really do enjoy it. So I hope you're enjoying your train ride. Get to the house, unwind, relax, and I guess just prepare for tomorrow. Prepare for tomorrow. You're welcome. Prepare for tomorrow. Get up and do it again. We get up and do it again until we get that off day. We get up and we do it again until we get that off day. And we get that off day, especially especially if you work Monday to Friday. Man, when Friday hits, you're just like, get this shift done, get these 8 to 9 hours done, and you got your 2 days off. And let's not even talk about those holidays. You get that Friday, that 3-day weekend, or you get that Monday, you get that 3-day weekend. You get it in all week, and then you get to spend those 3 days off at home. Those 3 days off at home. So we're like walking through the tunnel. We're walking through the little tunnel. That kind of helps with that wind. It helps with the wind. Because I know I can't stand listening to someone live and that wind is knocking against the phone's microphone. It's so annoying. I'd be like, just go live later, a different time. But once you get outside and you're caught in it, you're just caught in it. Once you get outside and you're caught in it, you're caught in it. And it's all you can do is just keep moving. Just like when you're exercising, moving. And let that exercise benefit you physically, not only physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Let that exercise cleanse you. Let your exercise habits cleanse you. Your exercise routine, plan, program, let it cleanse you. You guys know I think about exercising the way we eat. All right? My warm-up is my appetizer, my workout is my entree, and my cool down is my dessert. And we come on here in the evenings and we have a second dessert. In Lions Pride, as we walk and talk in Lions Pride's original walk and talk. Okay? Lions Pride, let's walk and talk the original. We move, and we keep moving. Make sure that when you're moving, If you need to stop and take a break, do so. If you need to slow down, if you don't feel like you just need to stop, just slow down, right? Just slow down. Get you an extra cool down in. Just slow down for a few minutes. So whatever you feel like you need to do, listen to your body. Sometimes you need to slow down and stop, right? Sometimes slowing down is enough. Just slow down. Sometimes slowing down won't get it. You just gotta stop. You're just gonna keep going. You're gonna get some rest, and then you're gonna get up and you're gonna keep going. Maybe that same day, and it may be the next day. That's okay. Maybe the next week. You get your rest. When that wind comes out, that wind comes, so it might get a little funky with the sound. So that's what you do. You're gonna get up and you're gonna start again, right? And you're gonna keep moving. When the traffic comes, we march. We march. We keep moving. We move around a little bit. Find something else to do, right? When the traffic comes, we march. We march. Boom, 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 boom. Work those quads. Work those quads. Make sure you don't hurt those quads. Boom, 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 boom. And then we keep going. We keep going. Round and round we go. Round and round we go. We just keep going. Keep moving. Keep moving. And move with purpose. Move with the purpose. If your fitness level says that you walk slowly, then that's fine. Because that means for your fitness level, doing any more may not be so good for you, okay? At that time. So you're going to go slowly until you build up. And when doing more will be much better for you. But if your current fitness level says to go a little bit slowly, that's okay. I say move with the purpose because I know the benefits of that brisk, fast walk, right? But there are so many benefits to a slow walk as well, right? There are so many benefits to a slow walk as well. And most importantly, do what you do. When you do what you do it according to your fitness level, your current fitness level. If you have not been in the military for 5 years and you know that you stopped running every morning 2 years out, like you got out in 2021 and you ran every morning until 2023, you slacked up and you were like, well, I can do it 3 days a week, 4 days a week. Then by the middle of 2024, you weren't even doing that. And you haven't done anything since then, and it's now 2025. You got to kind of glide your way back into it. If you're an athlete, athletes are like machines, y'all. Even when they haven't worked out, they haven't done things, they can get back into things much more quicker than a person who is just, the average Joe working out. So even when they've taken a break, they can get back into it quickly. But they don't need to just go full throttle. If they've been on a hiatus, they've been on a break, they don't need to go full throttle. They got to work back into it. Those muscles will appreciate them. The muscles will appreciate them. They'll say, where have you been? What have you been doing? You've been slacking. You've been letting us just sit here. So even if you were like in the military or an athlete or an avid jogger, runner, exercise person, if you have not done so, I would say years, but if you have taken, like, for some reason the last 6 months you just have not been into it, the last year, don't get out here trying to do what your neighbor does, right? Your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, because a lot of our mothers and fathers can outdo us. A lot of the times the parents can outdo us, y'all. Some of you guys may be able to outdo your kids, right? Start where you are. Meet yourself where you are. Okay, mentally you may think, oh, I used to run 10 miles when I was in the military, or I used to play football. Okay, you used to. Key words, used to, right? And of course, if you get back into it, you're going to be better than most people. But you've got to get back into it gradually. Now, gradually for you may be faster than gradual for the common person. But that's okay. Just make sure you don't hurt yourself. You want to work your body, make sure you don't hurt your body. Work that heart, work those lungs, but make sure you don't overexert yourself. All right? Make sure you don't. So get up. Don't be a couch potato. Okay? Get outside with the kids, with your spouse, with your nieces and nephews. If you don't have any kids, or if your kids are so grown, they're like, Mama, Daddy, we're going to have to do this when I got time. Get your nieces and nephews, okay? Get your neighbors' kids. Get your neighbors. You guys start up a game of softball there. It's about to get hot. Okay? As long as it's not too hot. Walk around together. Do something. Play tug of war. Hey, you can get some anaerobic exercise in as well, right? The aerobic will help with that cardiovascular. Aerobic, okay? The aerobic using oxygen will help you with that cardiovascular, okay? Get you some cardiovascular aerobic activities in. But sometimes you can do some anaerobic, all right? Meaning not using as much oxygen, okay? Not using as much oxygen, right? And don't forget to get in some resistance training, at least a couple of days a week. If you get in there at resistance training, it'll help you to be able to sustain your cardio activities longer. Okay, thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. Get you in at least, I say at least 4 days a week. But you know, people, start where you are. Meet yourself where you are. Meet yourself where you are mentally and physically. All right? So for one person, 4 days may be great. Another person, 2 days may be great. Some people, they don't look at it like that because they just do every other day. Every other day. Full body workout every other day. All right? Even when you go on vacation. A lot of times I used to use my vacation and I'd be like, okay, I ain't working out, I'm on vacation. But listen, don't be in these nice hotels with all that workout equipment and don't get it in. If you're out of town for like a week, maybe you, instead of doing 4 days a week, and you're out of town for a week, just do 2 days a week. Enjoy your vacation now. But look, when you're now sometimes, you know, we get in these Airbnbs. Sometimes they have some exercise equipment as well. But when you're in these nice hotels and they have these nice gyms, don't take a break from working out because you're on vacation. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Don't take a break. It doesn't stop, right? It doesn't stop. It does not stop. Go down there to that gym and utilize it. You paid for it. You paid for it. Again, if you're out of town for 5 days, maybe you won't do it for all 5 days, but utilize that gym 2 or 3 of those days, even though you're on vacation. Your body is like a machine. It will keep going. It will be glad that you kept going. You know, keep moving, keep going, keep pushing. 57 minutes in, y'all. We got less than 3 minutes to go. All right. See, it doesn't matter. Everybody came into the live. Annie, Stefan, Just Beetle. I appreciate you guys for coming in. James Money 615. See, we're back to the point where I can call everybody's name that came in and supported. I like that. I don't have to have a big chat because I'm not looking for a big check. I work for a big check. I work for a big check and I enjoy my work. So isn't it fun when you enjoy your work? Now sometimes the stress gets on your nerves or the people get on your nerves, but ain't nothing like old hard work. I refuse to go into other chats and peek and scope and look and be unethical, trying to grab up and scoop up things, you know, and then run it back to this channel and do it. Nah, I ain't got time for that because my folks instill what you call a work ethic. Okay? All right? Go out and work and you will be guaranteed that money. You won't have to worry about who watched this or who watched that, or if you could get this out of this person out of this chat. You don't have to worry about that. We like work, right? And you don't have to do hard work to make good money. Some people do, and we applaud them. I applaud anybody who works, whether they're a janitor, okay, dishwasher, McDonald's worker, corporate executive, business owner, Okay, sometimes people work so hard mentally that they're able to have other people to work for them, right? So yes, you work hard. There's nothing wrong with good hard work. Some people like to say don't work hard. Why not? Hard work doesn't mean you're physically breaking yourself down, right? You think lawyers didn't work hard for their degrees? Now you got some people who just, they're just naturally smart like that. But before they pass that bar, I bet you they study. At some point, because there's so much case law to learn. That's hard work. That's hard work. Sometimes we need to think about the things that we say because we think they're cute. You know, like the walk and talk. Yeah, it rhymes, it's cute, but that's not what it's about over here. That's not the reason behind it over here. So when you say work smart, not hard, that makes perfect sense. But at some point, you have had to work hard, no matter how smart you were. Unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth and you didn't really have to work at all. Okay? Because working hard means mental challenges as well. So, when you see a janitor working hard, guess what? They're working hard physically and mentally. Now, I ain't going to say all of them because, you know, every job has some people that just kind of go in to get that check. They kind of slack off, right? But y'all know what we mean. You know what we're talking about. When they're doing good, they work hard physically and mentally, right? You can have a doctor, especially those sought after doctors, those great sought after doctors. You think they didn't work hard at some point? It didn't have to be physical. It could be mental, emotional. The stress of doing what they need to do to learn all these things. And you think working hard isn't a good thing? And as soon as they do something you don't like, you call them bums, lazy, whatever. And maybe they were negligent, and maybe they are deserving of whatever you have to say. But just remember, at some point, you want people who deal with you to have worked hard and smart, okay? And smart. And then you get to a point in your life where maybe you don't have to work hard. That's a blessing. That's a good thing. But at some point, if you're doing anything worth a grain of salt, you've had to work kind of hard, be it physically or mentally. So you guys remember that? Remember the saying, you do not compete where you don't compare. Doesn't always mean a bad thing. It could mean a good thing for you, because you got people out here trying to do things that they see other people do, and they're putting out false information, misinformation, and thinking that because if you put up a disclaimer and your information is still misinformation, your disclaimer is null and void. Okay? If you put up a disclaimer and you are still putting out false information, your disclaimer is null and void. So motivate yourself. Pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, by your own shoestrings, your own shoelaces, not someone else's. Don't depend on another adult. Once you become an adult, yes, we have people that we respect and admire, but be your own motivator, okay? Be your own motivator, your own encourager, be your own pusher, okay? Okay? Because people can want what's great for you. With few exceptions, nobody's going to want more for you than you do. Your parents, God, your parents, your children, hopefully your siblings, aunties, Other than that, nobody's going to want more for you than you. So don't expect anyone to. And don't go looking. Be your own motivation. If someone motivates you, that is great. But talk to yourself in that mirror. Be your own motivator. You're your own provider, right? Maybe outside of your spouse and your kids. Be your own. And you don't have to look to other people, other channels, other pages, other organizations. Help out when you can. Because, when you do that now, you can look up to people. Like we were talking about role models. Kids have role models, and sometimes parents and society expect these athletes and things like that to be kids' role models, right? But when people start to catch on to the concept that your parents should be your biggest role model, I think it started to, it kind of ring, it kind of, a little bell kind of went off with people. That's right. Your parents should be your biggest role model. Because whatever that celebrity or whatever that athlete does, 9 times out of 10 with social media, if you know about it, your parents are going to know about it. Or somebody at work or church is going to tell them about it. They're going to overhear it, even when they're not looking for it. So when they hear some of the crazy things that the celebrities and the athletes do, your true role models are going to tell you, that's not you. That's not what we strive for. That's not what we should be doing. Okay? And if you have a good impact, a substantial impact the way you should, whether it's your mother, your father, your auntie, your uncle, your teacher, then those kids are gonna look and listen to what you say. You're gonna hear what's going on with the athlete, the singer, the actress, the dancer, whatever. But if you have a strong bond with people, especially young people that you're close to, you shouldn't be saying anything about an athlete being those children's role model, about a dancer, a singer, an actress being somebody's role model. All right? Because their role models should be those who have directly impacted them, who have had a direct impact on their lives. And again, it's okay to look up to people. They've earned that respect. Right? No matter what age you are. Sometimes you look up to people who are younger than you due to their work ethic, just the way they go about things, the way they live life, the way they handle things. You see sometimes a person could be 20 and you're 35, and you see that they handle things so much better than you would. It's okay to look up to them. And it's okay if that's what you want to call them, a role model, that's fine. But when you're trying to do things in life, and you're truly trying to do things, and you get started, yes, be motivated by someone you hear or see. Be motivated to get it right and do it your way. Do what's better for you. So I will talk to you guys later. Remember, don't let people bother you, because they definitely will try. They definitely will try. And then they get mad when you respond. Don't let people bother you. They're bothered. Right? Sometimes they're just bothered because you notice them. Right? Don't let people stress you out. And if you find yourself in a misery lounge, they've invited you in, or you just happen to have fallen in there, okay? And it seems nice and chill, everything's cool, you're eating snacks, you're watching the big screen TV, you're watching a Super Bowl, whatever may be on the TV, you're watching a nice movie, some sports, everybody's chilling. You're eating on you some mints and nuts, and you having you a nice drink, nice food, and the next thing you know, after a little while, sometimes it'll be the same day, sometimes it'll take a couple of days, sometimes it'll take a couple of months. The wolves in there will start to unzip the sheep's clothing, and they will come out. And what you do is you leave everything in place, grab your grip, and go. Don't grab the food, don't grab the drink, stop eating it, okay? Stop drinking it. G-Y-G-A-G. G-Y-G-A-G. Grab your grip and go. Grab your grip and go. And if they happen to find their way into your lounge, your nice place, see, that's a lounge of misery. You don't want to be there. But if they make their way to your nice lounge, your ecosystem, and they get on the sheep's clothing, and all of a sudden they start to undress, unzip, make them grab their grip and go. GTGH. Make them grab their grip and go. Get them up out of there. There's your space, there's your place. Keep your space and your place. Keep distance, okay? And ain't nothing wrong with it. And you can see them somewhere else gathered up together. That's okay. They aren't for you. People aren't always for other people. You can have one that's just totally different. And they'll say, well, it must be them. It might be them, and that might be a good thing. Right? It's not like you're talking about somebody who's been married 15 times and you're like, well, dang, She's been married 15 times, and each person she's married was only married once or twice. Or each person he married was only married once or twice. It must be him. Could be. But not necessarily in the way that you mean. It could be that they're searching for something, looking for something. And they jump too soon before they truly find it. They think that they found it. Right? So don't be surprised when people kind of stay to themselves. Because I ain't going to lie to you. That's the best way. That is the best way to be. And then you'll know which energy is good. Because you'll feel good about it. I won't say 100% of the times, but usually off the bat you feel good about it. Anybody that you don't feel too good about off the bat, but you're just being nice, typically that runs its course quickly. So I'm glad to be back to what we had over here. The originals, and from time to time. Doesn't have to be full because we ain't looking to get paid. We get paid through that direct deposit from that JOB. All right? So stop. Look, sometimes you guys just stop looking for certain things because they'll have you thinking, or they'll try to make you think it's you. No. And if it is you, it's because you were too open sometimes. Doesn't always mean a bad thing about you. All right? So I will see you guys in the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lions Pride, the original, okay, in this neighborhood, community, whatever you want to call it. Y'all know what it is. Peace, positivity, and prosperity. And don't let anybody tell you what that is for you. Because sometimes, sometimes when you disrupt somebody else's peace, because let me tell you, sometimes you can disrupt somebody else's peace because you wouldn't allow them to disrupt your peace. Okay? Sometimes people feel like, oh, because you won't allow them to disrupt your peace, or once they disrupt it, you get them up out of your lounge, your ecosystem, your good place, they feel like, they turn their nose up and they think that they act like you're turning your nose up. No, I just refuse. You have to refuse to let people disrupt your ecosystem. You want equilibrium. All right? All things as equal as possible in your ecosystem. Okay? So I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Oh, and I thought you were gone. Bye, Lions. It's hard to stand in a crowded train. Oh, thank you, Annie. I'm glad that you're still here. I appreciate you. I thought you were gone, lady. Thank you, Annie. See, that's why I love Annie so much. Annie gonna take a break on you. And sometimes even in the live, because that's not the first time I thought you were gone, Annie, before we've been live. Thank you so much. Be safe, Annie. I'm about to get out of here. You know, pay attention. Watch that. Look. Get off that phone, Annie. Get off that phone. Be safe. Again, I hope you have a safe trip home. So I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Stefan, I'm supposed to go live tomorrow about 8 Eastern with Stefan. So we probably won't do the walk and talk. If we do, it'll be really early. So peace, positivity, and prosperity. And y'all know what it is. Without peace, there's chaos, havoc, okay? Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity roam, hold hands, and clap together, chant together, and all that kind of stuff, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. And you know, we want to prosper to our fullest potential so that we can walk peacefully into our purpose. All right? Y'all know we love the P words over here. We love the P words, we love the R words. We want to prosper to our fullest potential so that we can walk peacefully, patiently into our purpose. All right? Just like when I tell you guys to walk with a purpose. Walk with a purpose, okay? Walk with purpose. And remember, some point during the day, always take those deep breaths in and out. In and out. Do that during the morning when you first get up, some point when you're at work, during the afternoon, and in the evening. And right before you go to bed. Do it 3 to 5 times a day. All right? R words. Release, relax, relate to the things you can, resolve the things you can. Remember who you are. Remember some things that you used to do that you don't do anymore that brought you happiness and joy. And there's just no particular reason that you don't do it, but you just stop. Revisit those things. Do them again. Replenish your heart, mind, body, and soul. Right? Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate. Restore. Reconstruct. All right? Realize who you are. You may be the same person you were last year. You may not be. but realize who you are. All right, and what else? That four-letter word, self, SELF, self-love, self-commitment, self-dedication, self-respect, self-control, self-awareness. All right. So I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk. That's right, original. Bye, y'all. Bye, Annie. Talk to you later.